Greetings. I am Taven of a Mind Transformed, and this is Manna for Your Journey. Let me tell you two of the most damaging, most progress-stopping words or phrase in the entire English language. Two words that once somebody utters them, there's not much you can do. And the two words are take offense. Once someone has taken offense, they have taken ownership of being offended. They have willingly walked into an agreement with being offended. They are partnering up and allowing offense into the conversation, the discussion, into their thought process and their mindset. Oftentimes, it's not much you can do in that moment except apologize if you're even aware that they're offended. Oftentimes, people are secretly offended and they wind up not telling the person that offended them, but they wind up telling everybody else. But the key thing about that word take offense is you have to take it. You have to take ownership of it. You have to allow yourself to be offended. And allowing yourself to be offended can potentially hinder breakthrough. It can hinder deliverance. It can hinder healing. Matthew 15:21 through 28 tells us the story of the Syrophoenician woman who was a Gentile from Tyre, came to Jesus, or Tyre, says her daughter was demon possessed. The first time she cries out to Jesus that her daughter is cruelly demon possessed, he doesn't even respond. That's her first opportunity to be offended. He doesn't even acknowledge her, doesn't respond. The disciples go to him and say, send this woman away, for she's bothering us, basically. And he talks to the disciples. He doesn't say anything to her. He says, I've only been sent to the lost sheep of Israel. He's not addressing her. So then she comes, breaks through that circle of disciples huddled around Jesus and bows at his feet, and she speaks directly to Jesus again that she needs help. And Jesus utters this phrase, this string of words that he puts together in her direction. And he says, it is not good to take the children's bread and give it to the dogs. The woman came asking for deliverance for her daughter who is possessed by a demon. And Jesus says, when he finally acknowledges her, it's not good to take the children's bread and give it to dogs. Basically, what Jesus has is for the children of Israel only, and he's not going to take what's for them and feed it to dogs. Implying that the woman, being a Gentile, would be a dog. Her perfect opportunity to get offended. Her perfect opportunity to walk away mad and have that same narrative about the Jews and the Pharisees among them. They think they're superior to us. Jesus is not who he says he was. I went to him for help and he called me a dog and my daughter a dog, basically saying we're not worth it. The Jews think they're better than us, like they're superior to us, and Jesus is just like all the rest of them. He doesn't care about us. But instead, the woman doesn't take offense. She's not offended at all. She doesn't partner with offense. She doesn't allow herself to be offended. She doesn't walk in agreement with it. She replies to Jesus with a line that is well thought out, well crafted, and perfectly fits what Jesus said. She says, even the little dogs, or the dogs, eat from the crumbs of the table. Jesus says, great is your faith, and her daughter was healed that very moment. Had she got offended, had she walked away mad, had she not passed the test that she had in that moment that Jesus was placing in front of her, her daughter would still have been possessed by a demon when she walked away, and she would have had no hope to have that demon cast out. How many breakthroughs, blessings, healings, deliverance for you or for someone with whom you may have been interceding for did you give up on because you were offended? You were offended by a person, you're offended by a ministry, you're offended by the church that you attended, offended by somebody at work. You were offended somewhere, and so you walked away right when you were knocking on the door of breakthrough and it was getting ready to be opened. Offense is powerful, and offense can be deadly. Offense can stop the progress that we can make in achieving our next season with God. My brothers and my sisters, I love you. Don't be offended. Take everything to God in prayer. Forgive quickly. Let things go. Don't take offense. And you'll be surprised how many breakthroughs you can get through. Your next season, your elevation, your whatever you're trying to achieve, that next season, that's elevation, that promotion, that blessing that you want, that breakthrough and that breakup of atmospheres and things in your life could be behind your ability not to be offended. Well, that's all I have for you. Again, my name is Taven of A Mind Transformed. Be blessed.